What does it take to change the destiny of a nation? To endure 27 years behind bars and still walk out with forgiveness instead of revenge? This is the story of Nelson Mandela's willpower, a force so unbreakable it reshaped the world. Born in 1918 in a small South African village, Mandela grew up under the shadow of apartheid, a brutal system of racial segregation. He chose not silence, but resistance. In 1962, he was arrested and soon sentenced to life imprisonment at Robben Island. Imagine this, 27 years. That's over 9,800 days. Robben Island wasn't a prison. It was a psychological weapon, a concrete cell, a straw mat, a bucket for a toilet. Hard labor. Every single day. The goal of the prison wasn't just to hold his body, it was to delete his soul. Mandela, a high-profile lawyer, was forced into a limestone quarry. For years, he hammered rocks in the blinding sun without sunglasses, permanently damaging his eyesight. He was a Class D prisoner, the lowest of the low. He was allowed only one letter and one visitor every 6 months. Yet, Mandela's willpower never broke. He once said, "I never lose. I either win or learn." That mindset turned prison into a classroom. His willpower transformed isolation into preparation. While the guards tried to dehumanize him, Mandela made a decision. He chose to rehumanize them. He memorized guards' names, listened to their problems, spoke calmly, respectfully. Slowly, the guards changed. Some even smuggled books to him. One later admitted, "We were guarding a man who was freer than we were." But the government wasn't done testing him. They offered Mandela freedom. Again. And again. One sentence was all he had to say. Renounce the struggle. Say it was wrong. Walk free today. Mandela's answer shocked them. What freedom am I being offered if my people are not free? He chose prison over betraying his principles. That's not stubbornness, that's willpower. He studied the language of his oppressors, Afrikaans, not to surrender, but to understand the mind of his enemy. But the hardest test of willpower isn't physical pain, it's the silence. In 1968, his mother died. He was denied permission to attend her funeral. A year later, his eldest son died in a car crash. Again, the guards said no. Mandela sat in that cell, holding his grief, alone. In 1990, after 27 years, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison. The world expected rage. What they saw instead stunned everyone. He chose forgiveness. He said, "Resentment is like drinking poison, and then hoping it will kill your enemies." His willpower wasn't just about surviving prison, it was about conquering hatred. Within 4 years, Mandela became South Africa's first black president. Instead of revenge, he built bridges. He invited his former jailers to his inauguration. He wore the jersey of the national rugby team, once a symbol of white supremacy, to unite a divided nation. That is willpower, the strength to put peace above pride. Mandela's willpower wasn't just South Africa's story, it became humanity's lesson. He showed us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. He said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." And he proved it, dismantling apartheid, winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993, inspiring movements for justice across the globe. Think about this: 27 years in prison, yet he lived to 95. He didn't just survive, he thrived. His willpower gave him the strength to forgive, to lead, to inspire billions. Today, his words are carved into walls, spoken in classrooms, shared across social media. His willpower became contagious. So what is the willpower of Nelson Mandela? It is the power to endure suffering without losing hope. The power to forgive when revenge feels easier. The power to unite when division seems inevitable. Mandela's life is proof that one person's willpower can change the course of history. And maybe, just maybe, his story reminds us, no matter how impossible life feels, with willpower, we can rise, we can heal, and we can change the world.